Hello, Donna Guest here, Creative Memories Advisor and Lazy Scrapbooker. I'm all about creating fast pages, and a cute border is an easy way to do that. At my recent holiday open house and customer appreciation event, one of the create and take projects for my guests was this wintry border. I wanted my customers to be able to try as many of the tools as possible, so I used a lot of them for this border. To create this exact border, you'll need the Creative Memories 12-inch trimmer with straight and deckle blades, a scrap piece of white cardstock. You'll need the Border Maker system with the Mirrored Scallop cartridge. You'll need a repositionable tape runner. I always recommend repositionable, especially for these intricate patterns. And I used one of the older punches that we don't sell anymore, the Snowflake Trio punch. And this border looks beautiful on our newest collection for winter photos, the Snowbound paper pack. And it's totally okay if you don't have all of these tools. You don't have to use the deckle blade. You could use a different one or just leave it a straight edge. And you could certainly find a different cartridge that would work. But let's get started. Choose 3 pieces that contrast from the Snowbound paper pack. I'm going to use this beautiful green sheet on top. My customer Charlene did this, and it was so much prettier than the sample I already had, so I'm going to use her idea. Then I'm going to use this in the middle and this on the bottom. So I'm going to start with the top layer, and we're going to use the straight blade and cut a 1.5 by 12-inch strip. Next, I'm going to switch out to the deckle blade, which is the yellow one, and it's my favorite. As you can see, I have all the blades on the back here. The Victorian would look nice, the stamping, the scallop, the wave, they would all work. I just use deckle because it's my favorite. It gives a nice torn edge. And with that, I'm going to cut a 3 by 12 strip. So I'm going to cut off a little bit from the edge so that both sides have the deckled edge. And then cut at 3 inches. Always remember to change your blade back. I sometimes forget that, and then I deckle something that I don't mean to. Next, I'm going to set my trimmer aside, and we're going to use the Border Maker system. And if you've never seen or used the Creative Memories Border Maker system, it is one of my very favorite tools. In fact, it competes with this trimmer for the top spot of my favorite. Now, if you've never seen it, I'm going to put a link to my video in the top right-hand corner. You can check it out and see all about the Border Maker system, how to use it, get some ideas. But basically, we're going to put the cartridge in here. This is the Mirrored Scallop cartridge. It's very versatile. I like this one. Pull the tray out. And I'm going to go a little fast here, but definitely watch my video if you've never seen this before, because it will go slow and show you all the steps. So we're using this white piece of paper with a pattern, and I'm going to punch the border, and you know it's 6 punches. Always making sure that we're clicking in there where the peg is. Perfect. Okay, next is the tricky part. It's not really tricky, we just have to be very steady. We're going to take this border and slice it in 2 using our trimmer. And I'll show you on the back side where you can see the contrast here against my white table. But the Mirrored Scallop Border Maker cartridge creates this nice line in the middle that's about 1/4 inch thick, and then the beautiful pattern on both sides. So we're going to use that as 2 pieces. So I'm going to line up as best I can here, looking at my cutting line, which is number 3 there, as you can see the line there, and I've changed it pretty recently. And then make sure that's lined up on both ends in the center. And then gently lower this onto it. And I'm going to use my sight line and make sure that looks good. There's hiding up here at the bottom. In fact, I don't think it's in the center, so I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit. And then when I think I have it centered, I'm going to gently press down and cut that. And I've got my straight blade in because I remember to change it. And now I've got 2 border pieces. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we get to assemble using our repositionable tape runner. And parchment paper is always a great tip. Use parchment paper when you're using your repositionable tape runner, and the excess dots will stay on the tape runner and not get on your surface. Okay, almost done. And now I thought this punch, that's an older one, was perfect for this border. So I'm just going to use some scrap white cardstock that I have on hand. And I'm just going to make 3 punches, and that should be plenty. And chances are you may have a different snowflake punch, and that's totally fine. Just use whatever you have on hand. So now using my repositionable tape runner, and that's the best one for this because these little patterns are so intricate, it's going to get any excess dots, leave them on the tape runner and not on the surface, and they're not going to be sticking out from the snowflake. So I'll just attach all 9 of these. I think I need one more down there, so I'm just going to use this small one and put some paper in there and cut another one. Perfect. I love borders because it's such an easy way to decorate a page without a lot of work. So make a couple of these and you'll have a 2-page spread. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like or subscribe button to see all future videos. Happy scrapbooking!